no Freddy in the lineup. Just what led to that decision and how is he?
He had a little mishap in the shower, entering the shower, the bathtub, and so slipped, and it was it's the same ankle, and so day to day, and kind of swelled up a little bit, not able to play tonight.
That happened here? Or?
Happened 2 days ago, or was it yesterday? Maybe yesterday, I think it was, or Sunday night, something like that, or Saturday night, something like that. Came in yesterday for treatment, feels better, and just kind of, he feels that he could go out there and play, but just kind of the upside downside, kind of doing the math, just let him kind of recoup today, and we'll see how he is tomorrow.
What was the ankle at before this? Like
you know what, it wasn't 100%, so it wasn't 100%, but still obviously the way he swung the bat in a good spot.
Was it at home or here?
Home.
Dave, what can you tell us about Torpedo bats?
You know what, I guess it's this craze, I just haven't dug into it. It's certainly early, and there's kind of people talking about it, but I don't think any of our guys swing that bat, so I'm not sure what it is.
You haven't seen one before?
I just saw a picture of it, but I don't know, the benefits. I don't really know who's using them. I haven't really spent too much time on it.
Is it surprising to you that, after so many years of, making bats, they're still kind of finding these new ways to, improve upon it?
It's I wouldn't say totally surprising. I guess it's surprising in one sense where baseball is very tradition driven, but I do think that trying to figure out any competitive advantage, maximize something, a product, is not a bad thing. And so certainly nowadays there's a lot more open-minded players to kind of, if it gives them a chance to perform better.
Are the players talking about that?
You know what, I haven't, I'm sure they are. I'm not sure if anyone made any Torpedo bat orders yet, but I haven't had any discussions with them.
How do you see this potentially changing how pitchers attack hitters?
I think they're starting to gather information on what pitches, locations could potentially, combat a Torpedo bat. So I'm sure they're doing their due diligence as well right now. Yeah.
Biomechanics weren't then what they are now, but were you a player or a hitter who could know where usually you would hit the ball on the end of the bat?
Yeah. I think a lot of times you would use kind of wear out certain spots of the bat where you have a good feel for. Guys would change bats, weights, second half of the season versus early in the season when you feel a little bit stronger. But as far as kind of that next level with the Torpedo bat, certainly wasn't done. But I think that guys, when I played, were very in tune with the weight of the bats and where they hit the ball and try to maximize kind of exit velocity.
Is it surprising to you? Obviously the game is continuously changing, but to hear something like this with these bats, does this news, I guess, come as a surprise to you?
I think so. I was just kind of, there's a lot of regulations that a bat has to go through to be able to be Major League Baseball approved, and so for it to kind of pass all those things is sort of surprising given how it looks, and something that I think just wasn't on anyone's radar. So that's kind of just came out of nowhere, but I'm sure they went through the right protocols, obviously. So that's surprising in that sense.
How did Shohei's bullpen go the other day?
It was good. It was probably 25 pitches, something like that, and it was all fastballs, fastball two-seamer. He felt really good coming out of it. So I'm not sure when his next pen is, but I'm assuming that it'll be a little bit more intense than it was on Saturday. But good, positive.
Will Evan and Tony go through rehabs their next time after Evan's live today?
I know that Tony, yes, I think that their next progression is. I think their next progression is rehab assignments. Yeah.
And then do you think Freddie's thing could be long term, or how are you guys looking at it?
No. He thought he could play today, so I would say day to day. We'll see how it is tomorrow, but yeah, I don't think it's going to be long term.
Has Freddie ever thought he couldn't play?
You know what? I did see it last year, you know, where he was in it, you know, with during the CS. That was rough sledding. But yeah, for the most part, he's always kicking and screaming.
Has the co-pet progressed much? Has he kind of?
Yeah, Michael, he is progressing. I'm not sure when his first bullpen is, but he is physically in a good spot. And I think kind of the theme of just not pushing guys and making sure that, you know, we have them for the majority of the season and most importantly down the stretch. So we're kind of right on track with Michael.
How much of like a pause was it when he was kind of, I think, in a holding pattern, is how you described it?
Michael,
Yeah.
as far
How much
as...
of like, what did he stop doing? Or?
Yeah, he just, there was a point where he stopped playing catch. There was a point where he just kind of limited intensity with the throwing. There was a point where we didn't do any bullpens. So all those things happened. And so now we're on the build-up phase of things. And, you know, as we approach April, and I just don't know when it's going to be, but I know we're trending in the right direction with Mike. I feel good. Our training staff, pitching guys all feel good about it.
Plan for Sasaki still the same?
Yeah, Saturday, and I think Philly.
How many rehab starts do you think Tony will need? Just a couple, or especially if he's already made 3 innings this first time?
Not sure, but you would think that to get a couple, then to kind of see where we're at with our staff. I think 2 is certainly the floor.
Did you hear from Kershaw after he threw the other day?
What's that?
Did you hear from Kershaw after he threw the other day?
I saw Clayton, and I talked to him after that, and he said he felt good coming out of it, and he's just happy to, you know, it's 1 inning facing hitters. He's going to see us on the road. I think it's in DC, and so yeah, we'll see him in DC, and he's got another kind of live session, I think, at home in 5 or 6 days. So he felt good coming out of it.
Is there a timeline for Clayton, or?
No, not right now. I know he's on the 60 days, so I guess you can kind of look at the 60-day whenever he's eligible and kind of go from there, but there's really no hard timeline yet.